She said you might as well to bring it to their attention. That little thing right there. I have misplaced the adapter to go from my camera to this tripod. So that right there is where I bored that hole in there. Put a couple washers on that 1/4 bolt. The way I can screw that thing down right there, get her good and tight. Won't be no more fidgeting around. Now let's get on with these sawhorses. I'll check that right there with that bevel gauge. Oh yeah, you're gonna need 4 pieces about this long right here, and in my case, I'm gonna nip the end of them right there off at a 15-degree angle. I tilted that blade over there, and I got a mark down there by a pencil on the table. So I'm going to put that one right there, saw it, and if it's correct, then I'll put all the rest of them in the same place. Okay, let's move over to that other workbench here and nail them in. The dimensions, wrote it down on the tissue there, table napkin. I needed 8 pieces, 25 and 7/8 inches long, and I changed that dimensions there to, I'll tell you what it is, 35. I needed 8 pieces, 35 inches long. That's how long the work surface is. And I needed 4 10 3/4. That's these pieces right here. 15-degree bevel on both ends, matching. 4 pieces, 19 1/4. That's these pieces right here, coming up and down like that. 19 1/2 in my case. It's woodworking. And then I needed 6 pieces, 32 inches long. Got a little diagram. Zoom in on that right there. You know, that's a way to build a sawhorse. Center it up on that too before coming down this way, half and half on each side, with the bevel going out yonder ways. I'm going to put that down a little bit when I drive them nails in there. And that end view on that right there, if you want to see it, I got them 2 2x4s right there, and that one coming down the middle. That way you can saw down between them two a long ways if you ever have to. And then a leg will go right here. Now if you have a mind to, what you can do, if you have a mind to, what you can do is cut that on a bevel like I did this right here. You know what I mean. If you wanted to, you could do that. But I'm choosing not to in this case, because I'm going to, once I get this assembled here, nailed together, then I'm going to cut a plywood cap to go on the end down there. I think everything will be all right. That's a two-legged sawhorse right there. And then this right here goes in, this right here is the same, this is the same length as them two top pieces up there, and it goes right there on the bottom to hold that together. Well, at this point, we got a sawhorse ready to go. But what I'm going to do on the ends right there, right here on the end, I'm gonna cut a plywood. I'm gonna cut a plywood right there and nail it in right here on the end right there to support all that together. May even come. I think I'll come all the way down to right here. That'll tie everything together. You can put a diesel engine on it then. And they're not too heavy neither. Oh yeah, working height. Yeah. But that top, if y'all see that right there, them two boards right there, well, I'm going to get them plywoods cut and put on the end right there. Let's get that done. Well, that's just about the right height too, you know what I mean? I can work with that. Pretty nice sawhorses. Right there is a blueprint. These end pieces right here, to strengthen this up, is a good opportunity to go with your artistic expression in this area right here. Cornflake box become a half of a pattern. And what I done, I just imagined about, if I was going to put a brace on there, what I wanted it to look like. And right there's what I come up with. This right here, that's half of it. So then that piece of plywood right there is pretty strong for a tie bar. Put half of it right there, traced around it, and then flopped it over. That give me a full pattern. So the only thing left to do now is to trim out one of them and try it in real life. We're going to need 4 of these. There's one. We're going to need 4. And this little item right here kind of looks like a Batman, don't it? But we're going to put that right there. Well, that'll add some, it'll add that, keep that from splaying apart. Now we'll trim them edges down there with a hand grinder. Make that look real pretty. Right here. Yeah, let's run that hand grinder around there and nail them in. That's what we ended up with. We're going to put that right there. Measuring down from somewhere up yonder, that's 24, and then the same place up yonder down to here, and that's 24 and a quarter. So we need to skew that around right there, and then we'll nail that solid, keeping in mind what's underneath it. I think that'll be just fine right there. I'll take another piece of cardboard and I'll line it up there with that top right there and put a little teardrop on it to match this down here. So let's get them done. The measurement from that corner up there down to here on both sides there, I got just a pencil line there about 24 and a half, and just even that up on both sides there. Nothing but a plywood piece. Let's put that good side out, being we have that opportunity. Just line it up there with them marks right there and nail her down. Same clearance on both sides. I put a couple too many nails in it if you want to, you know. We don't want this to come loose. A freebie here. It's actually leftover 2x4s from that pole barn up yonder. Was 2. There was only two 2x4s full length that was left on that whole project. That's pretty good figuring right there in my book, you know, to get it that close. Let's cut us a cardboard pattern and adjust this header right here with a brace on this side over here. That right there, a remnant. We can get one of them out of that right there. Alright, be just right. Let's just sketch something out while we got this piece of wood here. We'll just sketch it out and cut it off. It's kind of straight across up there at the top with them 2x4s, and down here it's over yonder, straight up there, straight down here, straight down here. Remember, we ain't working with no blueprint here, just a little sketch on napkin. But right here, right here, right here, right there, right there. And that's the measurements we're working with right there now. Let's draw some line there so we can get back to where we're at. Now, we've got this design down here. So actually what we can do is just more or less copy the top of this right there and we'll be good to go. Let's mark that out. And this is the scrap piece of wood off of that. So let's just bring it right up here, center it up, imagining that the center is right there, and the edge that goes up is right here, here, and here. Okay, center is what we're, so you know, that's going to be pretty easy right there. Just kind of to bring to an end the design that I chose for this brace here complements the top of the brace on the bottom. It's just a freehand form which adds many pounds of reinforcement to this design. It keeps the legs from pulling apart sideways like this right here. And up here it just connects all of that together. Makes it very strong. But the beauty of this design with the two, so you can lay a board on that if you've got two of them runners down through there. Right down the middle here is what I'm talking about. Right down in there. If you've got this gap in here with this design right here, let's say you've got a long board. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to sell you no sawhorse or nothing like that. I'm just telling you what I found out to be right here, something really nice, you know. Most of the times you've got a sawhorse, you've got a big old clamp around somewhere, you know. So let's say you've got a board that's kind of unruly, and if you have a traditional sawhorse with just one 2x4 down through there right there, I mean, you can put a clamp on it like this here and batten it down and all, but let's say you got a little short piece. I'll show you. Something like this little piece right here. You wanted to do something to this right here, and if you had a traditional sawhorse, you can't hardly get that on there like that. But with this dual runner design, say whatever you're going to do is right there, and here's no scrap block. You just run that right down through that, put that down on the bottom, bring it up or run that down, and give that a twist. Now you've got a real good working surface right there. I mean, that's all right if I do say so. I probably should run a tape on that to give you some dimensions of how high that I chose to build this. You know, not that you'd need a blueprint or nothing like that right there. You know, if you can see this right here, you can build it. I mean, it's just that easy. But that right there topped out at 33.5 inches right here, straight down there to the ground. And that's a perfect, that's a perfect working height with this right here little thing. You know. If I had a rasp out here, see, I could round that right off right.